Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. Honey, I'm home! I called out as I stepped into our apartment, kicking off my shoes and tossing my keys onto the hallway table. The response I got was not what I expected. In here, dear, came a sing-song voice, high-pitched and feminine. I froze, my eyes widening as my heart skipped a beat. What the? I followed the sound, making my way toward the bedroom, my curiosity piqued. As I reached the door, I peered inside and my jaw dropped. There, standing in front of the mirror, applying lipstick with meticulous care, was my husband, or at least someone who resembled him. His once short hair was now styled in soft, elegant waves that framed his face, and his usually stubbled cheeks were smooth and flawless. Delicate makeup accentuated his features. A subtle blush, smoky eyeshadow, and full pink lips. He wore a pink camisole and a matching robe, his broad shoulders and muscular frame contrasting with the delicate femininity of his attire. "Surprise!" he cooed, turning to face me with a mischievous grin, his bright red nails clicking against the lipstick tube as he placed it on the dresser. "What is all this?" I sputtered, my eyes darting around, taking in the transformation. Well, you know how I've always been open-minded about, let's say, unconventional tastes. He batted his eyelashes, the long, thick extensions adding a dramatic flair to his expressive eyes. I guess? I managed, still reeling from the shock. I've always felt that I could share everything with you, my love. So when I discovered this hidden side of myself, I knew you'd be the one I wanted to explore it with. He took a step toward me, his hands clasped in front of him, the satin robe flowing around his legs. "Exploring? What do you—" I shook my head, my confusion mounting. "Are you trying to tell me that you identify as a woman?" He laughed, a high-pitched musical sound, and took another graceful step forward. "Oh, my darling, it's not that deep. It's just good old-fashioned cross-dressing. I find immense pleasure in embracing my feminine side, and I want to share that with you." I ran a hand through my hair, my mind racing as I tried to process this unexpected revelation. "I see. But why? I mean, this is quite a departure from who I thought you were." He pouted, his full lips accentuating the expression. "You know how passionate I am about embracing one's true self. This is just another aspect of me that I want to share with the person I love most." "I suppose I can understand that," I conceded, my curiosity getting the better of me. "But why the secrecy? Why not tell me about this side of you sooner?" "Because, my dear," he purred, taking my hand and pulling me closer, "some things are worth waiting for, and I wanted to make sure that when I revealed this side of me, it would be absolutely perfect, for both of us." I felt the warmth of his body through the satin robe, and my heart began to pound in my chest. This was my husband, the man I loved, but he was presenting himself in an entirely new light. A part of me felt intrigued, excited even to explore this side of him, while another part felt uncertain and a little overwhelmed. "So, what do you say, my love?" he whispered, his warm breath tickling my ear. "Are you willing to indulge me in this fantasy? To help me transform into the woman I've always wanted to be, at least part of the time?" I took a steadying breath, my hand tangling in the soft material of his robe. I suppose I can try. For you and for us. But this is all very new to me, so you'll have to be patient and guide me." A bright smile lit up his face, his eyes sparkling with delight. "Of course, my dear. We'll take it nice and slow, and I'll guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll discover a whole new world of pleasure and excitement." "So what do I call you now?" I asked, my eyes tracing the delicate lines of eyeliner that accentuated his alluring gaze. "I mean, obviously not he, but the joys of pronouns." He giggled, a light, airy sound that sent a shiver down my spine. "You can refer to me as she and her when I'm like this. It adds to the whole experience, doesn't it?" "It certainly does," I agreed, a warm flush spreading across my cheeks as I let my eyes wander over his, no, her, feminine form. So what's your name then when you're her? Ooh, I've been thinking about that, she exclaimed, clapping her hands together, her eyes sparkling with excitement. How about Lily? It's a beautiful flower, delicate and elegant. Suits my new persona, don't you think? Lily, I repeated, testing the name on my tongue. It's lovely and it suits you. I mean, her perfectly. Lily beamed, her smile radiant as she gave a little twirl, the satin robe flaring out around her. Perfect! Now, enough about names. Let's get you involved in this transformation, shall we? After all, two can play this game. Whoa, what do you mean? I stammered, my heart starting to race. With a graceful stride, Lily approached me, her movements fluid and practiced, as if she had been doing this her entire life. I mean, my love, that it's time to give you a little makeover as well. A fitting partner for my new femme self. A makeover? I swallowed, unsure if I was ready for such a drastic change. But I'm not sure. Nonsense, Lily interrupted, her eyes sparkling with mischief. You'll look absolutely divine, I assure you. Now, first things first, your hair. Before I could protest, she produced a pair of scissors and, with practiced ease, began to snip away at my hair, transforming my usually neat, short style into something more edgy and androgynous. I felt a lock of hair fall against my neck, and I shivered, the sensation sending a rush of anticipation through me. There, that's better, she cooed, stepping back to admire her handiwork. Now we can really have some fun. I raised a hand to my head, feeling the uneven lengths of hair, a strange excitement bubbling within me. Okay, I breathed. What's next? Makeup, of course, Lily exclaimed, clapping her hands in delight. I've always wanted to do someone else's makeup, and who better than my beautiful wife? I bit my lip, a nervous flutter in my stomach, but nodded my assent. All right, I'm game. What do I need to do? Just sit back and relax, she instructed, pushing me gently toward the vanity chair. Let Lily work her magic. As I sat, I watched in the mirror as Lily flitted about, gathering her tools. Foundations, powders, eyeshadows, and lip colors in an array of captivating shades. She hummed softly to herself as she worked, a contented smile on her face, clearly in her element. With deft fingers, she began to apply the makeup, explaining each step as she went. She contoured my cheeks, accentuating my bone structure, and added a soft, peachy blush to my cheeks. She transformed my eyes with smoky shadows and long, thick lashes, and finished with a swipe of glossy lipstick across my lips. There, she exclaimed, stepping back to admire. My heart raced as I imagined what I looked like. Absolutely stunning. Now, let's see that gorgeous face. I turned to the mirror and my breath caught in my throat. Staring back at me was a vision of androgynous beauty. The makeup enhanced my features, bringing out a sensuality I never knew I possessed. My eyes seemed to sparkle, and my lips, full and glossy, curved into a shy smile. Wow, I whispered, reaching up to touch my face, unable to tear my eyes away from my reflection. Gorgeous, isn't it? Lily purred, her eyes sparkling with pride and desire. Now we truly are a matching pair. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day, I whispered, my voice laced with awe as I stared at our reflections in the full-length mirror. There we stood, two stunning women, hand in hand, my husband transformed into the elegant and sultry Lily. You like it? Lily asked, a note of hopefulness in her voice as she gave a little twirl, the silky dress flowing around her legs. The soft pink fabric accentuated her curves, her broad shoulders now softened by her feminine form. Like it? I breathed, my eyes tracing the lines of her body, taking in the transformation. I love it. You're stunning. A bright smile lit up Lily's face, her eyes sparkling with joy. Really? You're not just saying that? I shook my head, my heart warm as I saw the vulnerable side of my partner shining through. Absolutely not. It suits you, this whole feminine persona. It's like discovering a whole new side to the person I thought I knew inside out. Lily stepped closer, taking my hands in hers, her eyes searching mine. That's what I wanted you to understand. This is still me, just a different expression of myself, and I'm so glad you're embracing it." I squeezed her hands, my thumb tracing the delicate lines of her knuckles. "Of course I am. It's a part of you, and I love all of you. It might take a little getting used to, but I'm excited to explore this new world with you." "In that case," she purred, leaning closer, her breath tickling my ear, "let's celebrate. It's time for our first outing as a pair of gorgeous ladies." "An outing?" My heart raced as anticipation and nerves warred within me. "Where would we even go?" "A little place I know," she whispered, her lips brushing my earlobe, sending shivers down my spine. "It's a club, very exclusive, and just perfect for us to let loose and have some fun." "A club, huh?" I raised an eyebrow, a thrill of excitement running through me. And here I thought our Saturday nights were reserved for Netflix and takeout. Lily laughed, a bright and playful sound. "Oh, my dear, you have no idea the world that's about to open up to us. This club is like no other, a place where we can truly let go and embrace our new selves."
"And what exactly does that entail?"
I asked, my curiosity piqued. Images of glamorous parties, underground cabaret shows, and secret societies flitted through my mind, each more intriguing than the last. "Oh, you'll see soon enough," she teased, a mischievous glint in her eye. "But first, we need to get you ready. After all, we can't have you stealing all the attention on my big debut." I laughed, a bubble of anticipation rising in my chest. "I thought we already did my makeover?" I ran a hand self-consciously through my newly styled hair, still getting used to the edgy, androgynous look. "The hair was just the beginning, my love," she said, stepping closer and placing a soft kiss on my cheek. "Now, it's time for the main event." With a flourish, she produced a garment bag from the closet, the rustle of fabric hinting at its contents. She unzipped it slowly, dramatically, and as she pulled the hanger out, a gasp escaped my lips. There, hanging before me, was a dress. But it wasn't just any dress, it was a creation of art, a masterpiece of fabric and design. The deep emerald green satin clung sensuously to the curves of the hanger, hints of intricate beading and delicate lace peeking through. "It's breathtaking," I whispered, reaching out to trace the fabric with trembling fingers. "But I've never worn anything like this before." "And that's precisely why it's perfect," Lily purred, her eyes shining with excitement. "Tonight, you step into a new world, a new version of yourself. This dress will transform you, just as it did for me." I swallowed, my heart pounding in my chest. "Okay," I said, my voice steady, though my knees felt weak. "I trust you. If you think I'm ready for this, then I am." "You are," she assured me, her voice warm and encouraging, "and I'll be with you every step of the way. We'll face this adventure together, side by side." With gentle hands, she helped me step into the dress, her fingers deftly fastening the intricate buttons down the back. The fabric slid over my skin like a caress, sending shivers down my spine. As she zipped it up, I felt the dress hug my curves, accentuating my body in a way I had never experienced before. "Turn and look," she whispered, her breath warm against my ear. I turned to the mirror, and the reflection staring back at me took my breath away. The dress fit like a second skin, emphasizing my waist and flaring out below the knee in a soft, elegant sweep. The deep green brought out the hues in my eyes, and the soft neckline accentuated my collarbones. I felt transformed, like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. "Wow," I breathed, unable to find any other words to express the moment. "Stunning," Lily said, her voice thick with admiration. "You are a vision, my love. And now we're ready for our grand entrance." We left the apartment hand in hand, a bundle of nerves and excitement bundled up inside me. I felt the crisp evening air on my skin, the soft breeze playing with the hem of my dress. As we made our way through the city streets, I felt eyes on us. But it was a different sensation from before. No longer did I feel the weight of judgmental stares. Instead, I sensed admiration and curiosity. It was empowering. "Here we are," Lily announced, stopping in front of an unassuming door set into a brick building. With a secret smile, she knocked 3 times, paused, and then knocked twice more. The door swung open to reveal a tall, striking woman with skin the color of rich caramel. Her head was bald, save for a few intricate golden tattoos, and her eyes shone like molten gold. She wore a tailored tuxedo, the white shirt accentuating her dark skin, a single red rose tucked into the lapel. "Evening, ladies," she purred, her voice deep and velvety. "Welcome to Libertine. Your presence here is much anticipated." "Thank you, Carmen," Lily said, her voice calm, though I could sense the thrill beneath her words. "Shall we?" Stepping through the door, I felt as though I had entered another dimension. The club was a sensory overload, the pulse of bass vibrating through my body, the scent of exotic perfumes and colognes filling my nostrils, and the warm, flickering glow of candlelit chandeliers overhead. The space was filled with people of all genders, dressed in an array of stunning, creative ensembles, each more extravagant than the last. "This way," Lily said, taking my hand and leading me through the crowd. As we wove our way through, I felt eyes on us, but it was a different kind of attention than I had ever experienced before. Admiring glances were cast our way, whispers and pointed fingers indicating that we had made an impression. "Do you recognize anyone?" I asked, my curiosity piqued, scanning the crowd for familiar faces. "1 or 2, Lily replied with a mysterious smile. "But don't worry, they won't recognize us. That's part of the beauty of this place. We can truly be anyone we want to be." She led me to a secluded booth, and we slid in, the soft, plush cushions enveloping us. A waiter appeared as if by magic, and Lily ordered us a bottle of champagne, the bubbles matching the fizziness in my stomach. "To new experiences?" she toasted, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "To us," I added, clinking my glass against hers. "And to the unknown." We drank, the cool, crisp liquid sliding down my throat, calming my nerves. As I surveyed the room, I felt a sense of freedom and possibility. These people, embracing their true selves unapologetically, were inspiring. I imagined the stories behind each unique persona, the journeys that had brought them here. "Do you think people are staring at us?" I asked, a tinge of self-consciousness creeping in. Lily followed my gaze, a soft smile on her lips. "Probably, but not for the reasons you might think. We're new, a fresh face in this crowd. They're curious about who we are, and rightfully so, because we are fabulous." I laughed, the sound bubbling up from my chest, relaxing into the moment. "You always know what to say to boost my confidence." "It's easy when it's the truth," she purred, reaching across the table to take my hand. "And we're just getting started." As the night wore on, the club seemed to come alive, the energy of the crowd building with each passing minute. The music pulsed, the bass reverberating through my body, and the laughter and murmurs of conversation filled the air like a symphony. And then, as if by magic, the lights dimmed and a hush fell over the crowd. A figure stepped onto a small stage at the far end of the room, bathed in a single spotlight. It was a man, tall and slender, his body language projecting an almost ethereal elegance. His eyes, lined with kohl, seemed to glimmer with secrets, and his full lips curved into a mysterious smile. He raised a hand, and the room fell silent, every gaze fixed on him. "Welcome, one and all, to another night of delights here at Libertine. As always, remember that within these walls, you are free to be whomever you desire, unshackled by the expectations of the outside world. Embrace your true selves and let your fantasies run wild." His words sent a thrill through me, and I felt a spark of connection with everyone in the room, understanding on a fundamental level what brought us here. The mysterious figure stepped back, and the lights slowly came up, the crowd once again buzzing with anticipation. A sultry jazz number filled the room, and people began to move, filling the dance floor with a kaleidoscope of color and motion. "Shall we?" Lily asked, her eyes alight with excitement, one hand resting on the table, the other outstretched toward me. I took her hand, feeling the warmth of her skin against mine. We shall. Stepping onto the dance floor, we found our rhythm, moving in sync with the music, our bodies swaying and twisting together. It was as if we had danced 1,000 times before, our movements natural and fluid, a perfect partnership. The music filled my veins, and I felt myself let go, shedding my inhibitions like a second skin. "You dance beautifully, Lily," a deep, sultry voice remarked as we twirled and swayed. I turned to see a stunning woman with golden skin and deep brown eyes, her hair styled in a sleek bob that framed her face. She wore a figure-hugging emerald gown, a perfect complement to my own dress, and her lips curved in a wicked smile. "Why, thank you, Ava," Lily replied, her voice dripping with honey. "As do you. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard so much about your daring exploits." Ava's eyes sparkled with mischief. "And you, my dear. Your reputation precedes you. I'm so glad we've finally been introduced." I felt a spark of jealousy, quickly followed by curiosity. "You two know each other?" "We run in similar circles, my dear," Ava said, her gaze raking over me with a hint of appraisal. "But it's delightful to put a face to the name." "Indeed," Lily agreed, her hand tightening around mine. "We should plan a proper get-together soon, the three of us. I think we could show each other a wonderful time." A slow smile spread across Ava's face. "I'd like that very much." She gave a little bow, her dress shimmering in the lights. "Until then, lovely ladies." And with that, she melted back into the crowd, leaving me with 1,000 questions swirling in my mind. "Who was that?" I asked, turning to Lily, my eyes wide. "Oh, just a friend," she replied nonchalantly, taking a delicate sip of her champagne. "Someone I've gotten to know through certain channels." I raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Certain channels? What does that even mean?" Lily's eyes sparkled with amusement. "It's a long story, my love, and one that I promise to share with you another time. For now, let's just focus on us and this wonderful night." I could see the determination in her eyes, the desire to keep some parts of her life private, at least for now. I respected that, and so I simply nodded, deciding to let it go, at least for the moment. The night wore on, a blur of laughter, dancing, and champagne. We met intriguing people, each with their own unique stories and personas, and I felt as though I had stepped into a fantastical world, a realm where the normal rules of society didn't apply. It was liberating, exhilarating, and I never wanted it to end. But eventually the lights came up, signaling the end of the evening. We exchanged farewells with our newfound friends, the promises of future encounters lingering in the air like the faint scent of perfume. As we stepped out into the cool night air, the vibrant buzz of the club still coursing through my veins, I felt a sense of satisfaction and contentment. This had been an evening like no other, a glimpse into a hidden side of my partner that only added to the depth of our connection. "Thank you," I whispered, squeezing Lily's hand as we walked down the street toward home. "For bringing me here, for sharing this side of yourself with me. It's been incredible." "You're welcome, my love," she replied, her voice soft and warm. "But the thanks go both ways. You embraced this journey with an open mind and heart, and that means the world to me." I leaned my head on her shoulder, inhaling the familiar scent of her perfume, now mingled with the unique aroma of the club, a heady mix of smoke, alcohol, and 1,000 different scents. "This is just the beginning, you know?" she murmured, her lips close to my ear, her warm breath sending shivers down my spine. "There are so many more adventures waiting for us, new experiences to explore, together." "I can't wait," I replied, a smile spreading across my face as we continued down the street, the moonlight bathing us in a soft, ethereal glow. Together we can conquer the world in whatever form we choose. And in that moment, hand in hand, stepping into the unknown, I knew that whatever the future held, we would face it as one. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.